Anthony Davis has been terrorizing defenses as a roll man lately. We'll have a full Thinking Basketball video on this shortly. But Celtics rookie coach Joe Mazzulla made a really interesting adjustment to defend this the other night, and it slowed Davis and the Lakers down in the final stretch of the game. When AD is the roll man, switching defenses are vulnerable to a mismatch. The guard covering the ball handler ends up on the much bigger Davis, and even for Marcus Smart, that's a huge mismatch near the rim. Here it is again, this time against the bigger Jaylen Brown, and LeBron just floats an entry pass toward AD, and that's really high percentage offense with no other big man nearby. So the Celtics adjustment was to put a smaller player on Davis and move the 7-footer Luke Kornet to the corner shooter. This way, when the Celtics switch to pick and roll, Kornet can scram the smaller defender out to the corner, and Boston ends up with a big on Davis, although AD wins round one with that lob. The Celtics stay with the strategy, though. They switch the Davis ball screen. Kornet slides down off a mediocre shooter. They swing it instantly, and Luke goes with the long-distance contest, and it's a miss. Next time down, Kornet is again guarding the corner shooter, and he quickly comes over to cover Davis on the roll, so we're treated to another Hail Mary contest that works. You might be thinking, what happens if they don't switch? Well, here the Celtics are in a drop, and Blake Griffin's so worried about Davis as a roller that LeBron takes it all the way home. A few minutes later, Grant Williams is up higher on the screen, but there's no weak side help, and that uncorks Davis's lob game. So down the stretch, they went back to the Kornet scram, and that allows the on-ball defender to stay in front of Davis as he screens, knowing they'll just switch out with Kornet. And that takes away Davis's roll threat and leads to stagnant offense for the Lakers. That one went in, but next time it was the exact same process for Boston, with Tatum staying in front of Davis, Kornet scram switching, and that's a much harder post-up against the 7'2" big man. As the Lakers fatigue down the stretch in this game, this tactical adjustment by Boston took away their Davis offense and led to a bunch of tough shots. Here's Kornet guarding Westbrook on ball in overtime. Davis kind of slides out of the way instead of setting an actual screen, and Russ attacks the space and scores. But at that point, the Lakers had shifted from their Davis-centric offense, he had 31 points through 3 quarters, to a bunch of long jumpers from weaker shooters. With the Celtics up 1, they run pick and roll. LeBron throws it to Kornet's man early so he can't get down to switch, but they just dare Westbrook to shoot it, and then Tatum and Luke can sit on AD to take him out of the possession, and an exhausted LeBron settles for a tough 3. A Jaylen Brown triple on the other end sealed the victory in this one after a really interesting and I think effective adjustment from Joe Mazzulla in the second half of this game to slow down the Anthony Davis train and help the Celtics grab the win.